All right, everybody, welcome back to the #1 television program in the history of the entire universe. I am Brian Lee Durfee, author of The Forgetting Moon, The Blackest Heart, and The Lonesome Crown. All three books published by Simon & Schuster's Saga Press. Today I'm reviewing The Short Victorious War by David Weber. This is book number 3 in his Honor Harrington military science fiction epic space opera series. This one came out in 1994. I've got the whole series up here. There's probably about 20 books. I'll just pan through my library over here and show you. That is my entire Honor Harrington series. And then above that, of course, we have the Safehold series. Those are the two series by David Weber that I'm collecting and reading and reviewing for the channel. And so we are reading and reviewing each of the Honor Harrington books in order of publication. Not order of publication, actually. In chronological order. Not all of them have been... Not all of them... The chronological order, not all of them were written in this... You know what I'm saying. Book number 3. Came out in 94. Let's talk about the cover first, because you know I love graphic design and cover illustration. This has got a great cover by David Mattingly, and David Mattingly did the covers for all of the Honor Harrington books. As far as I can tell, he did. And of course, it's pretty cool, dynamic. We've got our main character, Honor Harrington, here with her little bobcat companion, Nimitz. Looks kind of like a bobcat. Yeah, I just said bobcat. It's an alien cat creature, let's just say that. Anyway. There's also a map in here of the galaxy that we are traveling through in this epic military science fiction space opera-y story. Got all the stars and who the stars are aligned with. When I mean aligned with, I mean what government group because this is a war between two major governments that are running the star system. Okay. So, I wanted to read the quotes at the beginning, because I kind of liked the quotes at the beginning. I don't know why. What this country needs is a short, victorious war to stem the tide of revolution. And that was by the Russian minister of something in Russia. I'm not sure what year. The Minister of War of Russia. On the eve of the Russo-Japanese War. I don't know when that was. But that's an interesting quote. What this country needs is a short, victorious war to stem the tide of revolution. And that's what the title is, Short Victorious War. Now, the very next quote, however, says, the belief in the possibility of a short, decisive war appears to be one of the most ancient and dangerous of human illusions. Yes, that is true. I mean, yeah, everybody thinks, yeah, we'll just go kick some ass. Things will be better. But then their ass kicking turns into like a 12-year-long war, and everybody, you know how it goes. But anyway, the quotes. So, the People's Republic of Haven is causing trouble. And for the first couple books in the series, they caused trouble on Basilisk Station and The Honor of the Queen. Those were books 1 and 2. I've already reviewed those for the channel. If you want to see those reviews, you just look them up, type in my name and David Weber's name, and they'll come up, okay? Anyway, the People's Republic of Haven, they are causing trouble again. They want to expand their territory throughout this star system that we have a map of. And they want to increase their economic base so they can continue their BLS program. That will keep them elected. What is the BLS program? Well, it is the Basic Living Stipend program that over 2/3 of their population is on the dole for. I mean, they call it the dole. In other words, they are providing, this government, to garnish votes, is giving 2/3 of the population on all these different planets and star systems, giving 2/3 of the population just a basic living stipend. Like, we're just giving you the money. Sort of a socialist contract with the people. By the way, vote for us, you get a free living expense. But it's basic, of course. It's kind of like the Russia. It's kind of like communism, Russia. You know, socialism always ends up being bad for anybody that ends up in it. And this is kind of one of the points I think David Weber is making with this novel, is that it just leads to war and conquest, just this need for people to live off the government provide them, and the new republic, the People's Republic of Haven, the leaders are just they're gonna go to war so they can get more economic base, so they can continue this program that is bankrupting, that are so far in debt that the only way out of it is to go kill people, to go expand the amount of planets that they can rule over, and just take the resources from those planets and give it to the voters. Of course, the Manticore system, the people that are against them don't want this to happen. And in comes Honor Harrington, our hero from the first two books. And she starts out on her home planet of Sphinx with her, her little cat, Nimitz, her little bobcat companion. And she's had some successful outings in the first two books where she's risen up in the ranks and made a name for herself in the Manticorian Navy, or the Space Force, as you would. And now the People's Republic of Haven are out to expand, and the Manticorians need to stop this, because a lot of the planets that are in the way of this expansion belong to the Manticorians. And so, and I'm not talking about different alien species. These are all humans. There's no real alien species in here except for the cats and a few other things. But everything is, human, it's just, anyway. Gosh, I've done such a crap job of describing this book, because it's really good. It's probably so far my favorite of the first three. Well, I've read all of them, but I'm rereading them. But it's just the series gets better as it goes. Let's just say that. Okay. So the pros are revolting. The families who rule the People's Republic of Haven are in trouble. The treasury is empty, the proles are restless, and civil war is imminent. But the ruling class knows what they need to keep in power. Another short, victorious war to unite the people and fill the treasury once more. It's a card they've played often, over and over, the last half-century, always successfully. And all that stands in their way is the Star Kingdom of Manticore and its threadbare allies. Enemies who in the past have always backed down. Only this time, the bad guys face something different. This time, they're up against Captain Honor Harrington and a Royal Manticoran Navy that is prepared to give them a war that is far from short and anything but victorious. And this war continues on for another 20-some-odd books. So, it is not a short, victorious war. It's really a great science fiction novel. I consider, like, David Weber sort of the Tom Clancy of sci-fi science fiction novels. He really gets into the inner workings of the starships that he's created for this story, and kind of the political intrigue and back and forth political things. And, we've got Honor Harrington. Even amongst her own navy, there are still villains. There's still villains within her own ranks, like her sort of nemesis Pavel, who is Pavel Young is kind of one of her nemesises in her own little, in her own ranks. Gosh. Anyway, this is a great, great, great science fiction novel. Part of a greater, even greater science fiction series. And I give this a 9.5 out of 10.